Hello, my friend. Welcome to your sleep story. My name is Stephen Dalton. I'm an Irish storyteller, and it's my great privilege to be the voice that you listen to as you go to sleep tonight. In tonight's sleep story, we visit Charlotte Avery, the young inventor who lives in New York in the 19th century, but has invented a time machine that can bring her to any place in time that she wishes to visit. Where will she visit tonight? Well, you'll have to listen to find out. I really hope you like the story. One small thing. I'd like to thank those of you who are patrons of my channel. It is truly appreciated, and if you'd like to become a patron, the link for Patreon is below this video. Okay, let's do the relaxation session now, which will take a few minutes before tonight's sleep story. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and as I do, allow yourself to let go more and more. 10. Feel the support of the bed beneath you, or the floor, and the earth beneath that. Really feel that support. See if you can soften a little more because of it. Really let go now. 9. You are safe. Allow my voice to be an anchor of safety tonight. A guide that will only take you to safe places. Places of curiosity and joy and peace and hope, but above all, safety. 8. Feel into your body now. Anywhere that you're still holding any tension, any pain, just notice it now and see if that awareness can allow you to let go a little bit more. 7. Peace lives within you. It is always there. It is not an occasional visitor. It is a constant friend. It's just waiting to be seen, waiting to be felt. See if you can feel that peace tonight. 6. The day is done. Whatever has been, has been. Whatever will be, will be. Whatever thoughts you have about what has been or what will be, they don't serve you now. See if you can witness them arrive, and then gently let them go. Don't fight them. Watch them drift away, like clouds floating through a starlit sky. 5. This is your moment. This is your time. You deserve rest. We all do. Allow that fact to help you settle into this moment a little bit more now. Know that you deserve this time. Four. Perhaps allow a little gratitude now. Gratitude for the safety of the shelter you find yourself in. Gratitude for the simple things. Loved ones, health, the opportunity of rest. 3. Begin to engage with your imagination now. Begin to see New York City in the 19th century. Begin to see a world without cars, a world with horses and carriages, men with top hats, and women with extravagant clothes, all just people going about their business. And begin to see a very large room filled with all kinds of inventions. A cozy room, dimly lit and occupied by a very charismatic young inventor. 2. Feel into your body one more time now. See if there's any tension remaining. Anything you're holding on to. Just continue to feel the support of the bed or floor beneath you. 1. Completely letting go now. As I tell you tonight's sleep story. In the heart of 19th century New York City, within the walls of a quaint and cluttered workshop, nestled beneath the bustling streets of Greenwich Village, resides Charlotte Avery, a young inventor with a curious mind and a courageous heart. Young Charlotte is a pioneer of her time, and she not only challenges the norms of her era with her keen intellect, but also with her astonishing creation, a time machine. This remarkable device, crafted from brass and wood and humming with the potential to bring Charlotte to any point in history, is Charlotte's greatest invention yet. Since her last adventure, where she walked the dusty roads of ancient Egypt and watched Shakespearean plays in Elizabethan London, Charlotte has been refining her machine and poring over history books, her young mind teeming with possibilities. Her journeys have ignited a deep thirst for knowledge and a desire to experience the vast expanse of human history firsthand. Tonight, under the soft glow of gaslight in her workshop, Charlotte prepares once again to step in to the streams of time. Her machine is now very finely tuned and extremely precise. It awaits her command, ready to whisk her away to new adventures. Her goal is not just to observe, but to understand the lives and times of people across the ages, to gather insights and inspirations that could only really be gained through personal experience. With her leather-bound journal in hand, ready to record every detail, she takes a deep breath. The walls of her workshop, lined with maps and diagrams, give her a feeling that she has done the work, and now she deserves the joys that will come with time travel. She initiates the sequence that will launch her across centuries. As the machine starts, the familiar whir of gears and the soft glow of its core envelop Charlotte in a cocoon of light and vibration, marking the beginning of another extraordinary journey through the corridors of time. Charlotte now inputs the coordinates with precision. She wants to visit ancient Rome in the height of the reign of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, whose meditations on Stoic philosophy have long captivated her. With the dial set, she pulls the final lever, and the world around her dissolves into a blur of colors and sounds, a whirlwind of time and space that carries her swiftly to her destination. When the tumult of travel subsides, Charlotte finds herself on the outskirts of Rome. The air is filled with the sounds of an ancient city, the distant clatter of chariot wheels on cobblestones, the shouts of vendors in the marketplaces, and the vibrant, life-filled noise of Roman daily life. She steps out of her time machine and begins to make her way to the heart of the city. She leaves her time machine behind an old stone structure, and she feels safe here, even with the way she's dressed. The first people she sees don't seem to pay her any attention. Amazing, isn't it? Charlotte thinks to herself. These are ancient Romans. These are people who lived thousands of years ago. These are people just going about a day like I go about a day. It's just that this particular day is a very long time from my time. Her eyes are wide with awe at the grandeur of ancient Rome. Marble statues and monumental architecture line the streets. Each corner and building steeped in history and power. Her destination is the imperial palace where Marcus Aurelius, known for his approachable and philosophical demeanor, holds court. Upon arriving at the palace, Charlotte takes in the opulence and the ordered chaos of the scene. Advisors, philosophers, soldiers, and citizens move through the courtyards, each absorbed in their duties. Using her knowledge of Latin, carefully honed for this very moment, she requests an audience with the emperor, claiming to be a visiting scholar with insights on Stoic philosophy. To her relief and her excitement, she is granted access. She is led through the marbled halls, adorned with frescoes depicting the gods and battles of old. Her heart beats with each step closer to meeting Marcus Aurelius. Finally, she is introduced into a lush, open garden where the emperor enjoys private discussions away from the eyes of the court. It's a beautiful spring day in ancient Rome, and Charlotte breathes in the air, this pure, clean, ancient air. Marcus Aurelius, dressed in simple robes, despite his status, greets her with a gentle nod. He's one of those people that one feels immediately calmed by just being in their presence. His eyes reflect wisdom and kindness. Charlotte introduces herself, and the emperor welcomes her. As they stroll among the statues and fountains, Charlotte and Marcus Aurelius engage in a profound exchange about life, duty, virtue, and the nature of the mind. The emperor shares his perspectives and listens attentively to Charlotte's views, which are informed by her recent other travels through time. The conversation flows naturally, bridging centuries and cultures as they discuss the universality of human struggles and the pursuit of goodness. In a way, they feel like old friends. Marcus then says, "Life is like the eternal flow of this river that runs through Rome. It is ever moving, ever changing, and we, like leaves on its surface, must navigate its currents with both resilience and acceptance. Remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Think constantly on the changes of the elements into each other. For such thoughts wash away the dust of earthly life. He continues, and remember, do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. He pauses then, as the two look out over the ancient city. Then he looks to Charlotte. Each day, we are faced with choices, some trivial, some profound, yet all, regardless of their nature, hold the potential for wisdom and growth. It is our duty to reflect on our actions, to learn from them, and to proceed with a heart aligned with the common good. For what is a life well lived, if not one dedicated to the betterment of all? Charlotte listens intently, her mind trying to absorb every word. She is moved by his wisdom, and then shares her unique perspective. In my time, the world is vastly different, yet the struggles you describe remain the same. We too strive for meaning and virtue amidst chaos. Your teachings continue to guide and inspire. Charlotte then realizes that she has inadvertently told Marcus Aurelius that she is from another time. She goes to explain herself, but Marcus holds up a hand. He knew already. In fact, he'd been expecting her. Indeed, he says, the core of human nature remains constant across the ages. Joy, suffering, triumph, and despair. These are universal experiences, bound by neither time nor place. By embracing them with fortitude and grace, we elevate our existence. As you continue to journey through time, young Charlotte, Marcus Aurelius advises, carry with you the wisdom of each era, but more importantly, share the wisdom of your own time with others. The future can learn much from the past, and the past can live on through the lessons it imparts to the future. As the sun begins to set over ancient Rome, casting long shadows and bathing the city in a golden light, Charlotte feels a profound sense of peace and purpose. And as she departs from Marcus Aurelius He offers her a small scroll, a personal meditation on virtue and life's fleeting nature, a token of their shared moment, and a declaration of friendship. Now Charlotte is back in her time machine, and she doesn't quite want to go home yet. She feels like visiting one more place before going back to New York. She pushes the appropriate buttons, and the machine springs to life, gears whirling as time folds around her, pulling her forward this time through many centuries. The transition is becoming familiar, almost comforting. And now, Charlotte is still in Italy, but Florence this time, during the Renaissance. And there is one very special person that Charlotte wants to meet. She steps out of her time machine, which she has discreetly left in a secluded alley, and she walks through this lively city. There is a very unique atmosphere here, an atmosphere of change, of artistry, of great thinking. Charlotte stops and asks a young woman where she might find the workshop of Leonardo da Vinci. The young woman thinks it's around the corner and to the left, and so she follows the directions. She is greeted at the door by an apprentice who, after a brief exchange, ushers her in with a knowing smile, as if, somehow, her visit was expected. Inside, the workshop is a cavern of curiosities. Canvases adorned with sketches, a variety of mechanical devices in different stages of completion, and the faint smell of oil paint pervading the air. It isn't hard to guess which person in the room is Leonardo da Vinci. He looks just like his self-portraits, and he is standing there amid a clutter of artistic and scientific chaos. He turns to Charlotte with a serene smile, his eyes reflecting a sharp, probing intellect. Ah, the traveler from the future, he says in fluent, though accented Italian, extending his hand in greeting. I have pondered many possibilities of human achievement, and your arrival confirms my suspicions that the bounds of time are not as rigid as they might seem. Charlotte, amazed at this man's intuition and immediate acceptance, explains her journey and the purpose of her visit. Leonardo, a visionary who was fascinated by the mechanics of the universe, listens intently, his mind already racing with the implications of her technology. Please, join me. Leonardo gestures to a small table set by a window overlooking the great streets of Florence below. Let us converse, Leonardo begins, his voice thoughtful and measured. I have observed that everything connects to everything else. It is the harmony and balance in nature that drives my studies and my art. From the smallest leaf to the swirling of water, understanding this connection helps us unlock the mysteries of our world. He picks up a sketchbook from the table, a detailed drawing of a bird in flight. Look here, he says, pointing to the wings. The bird teaches us about the possibilities of flight. I dream of machines that can help us soar through the skies, embracing the air as the birds do. Tell me, in your time, has mankind finally conquered the skies? Charlotte smiles, her eyes lighting up. Yes, Leonardo, in a way we have. We've built these balloons that can take people high in the sky. But I think we're close to something else. Something that looks more like a bird. I believe it will happen in the next 50 years, maybe less from my time. And these balloons, Leonardo asks, can you go high? Can you reach out and touch a cloud? Charlotte nods enthusiastically. Very much so. They can travel thousands of feet in the air and look down on the world below. Leonardo is in awe. He absorbs each word, his brain envisioning the mechanics and design of such an innovation. Their conversation drifts to other inventions and social changes. with Leonardo asking about everything, from the materials used in construction to the ways in which societies govern themselves. Charlotte is enamored by the deep intellect of this man, and Leonardo is enamored by the deep intellect of this young woman. This fellow inventor. And as the afternoon wanes into evening, their exchange has left both of them enriched. Leonardo, with a renewed sense of wonder about the future and its possibilities, and Charlotte, with a deeper appreciation for the roots of modern science and technology in the dreams and drawings of this Renaissance master. And now, these two friends bid each other goodbye. Charlotte is tired now and returns to her time machine. She sets the coordinates for her workshop in 19th century New York. The gentle hum of the machine begins as it whirs to life. The familiar vibrations signaling her departure from Renaissance Florence and heralding her return to her own time. And before she knows it, she is stepping out of her time machine with a soft sigh of relief and accomplishment. She takes a moment to ground herself, feeling the solid floor beneath her feet. She carefully secures her time machine, powering it down and covering it. Once in her room, as usual, Charlotte isn't quite sure that these moments in time really occurred. Did she really meet Marcus Aurelius today? Did she really spend time with Leonardo da Vinci? And just as she is beginning to doubt it all, she puts her hand in her pocket and takes out the scroll given to her by Marcus Aurelius. And she also finds something else. Something she didn't even know she had. It's a drawing of what looks like a helicopter and signed Da Vinci. Yes, Charlotte did meet them. And as she climbs into bed, it isn't long before she's falling into a deep, restful sleep, dreaming about where in time she will travel to next.